Okay, this is it. The last couple of characters, the last pair. No, actually, no, not the last pair, because then I've got to talk about Nightwolf. Penultimate. There's only 3 characters left to talk about. This has been a fun stream, though. I've enjoyed it. Okay, let's have a look. So, okay, walk weight 100%. So, what ones that haven't been used? Relic Lure hasn't been used, has it? Has Relic Lure? Let me just remember. No, it's not. Okay, I knew it wasn't. Okay, Relic Lure. Okay, now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is where it gets a bit weird. So Collector has 8 1-slot moves, which means he physically needs to have something else. He needs to have a repeat move from another variation. But I actually feel like Walk Weight needs to be... Yeah, you said it in chat, but I said this the other day. I feel like Walk Weight needs to be 2 slots. This move is ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Vial of Sorrow gives the Chakram Crushing Blow. I tell you what, I'll give it that as well, just to show it off. But I really feel like it needs to be Walk Weight and Vial of Sorrow as the variation, and I'll talk about that in game. And then Cetrion. Okay. So she's another weird one where she has a shit ton of 2 slots. I tell you what, I'll give her this one that's random. Because it's gonna be one of these, you know, it really is gonna be one of these. And then Deadly Winds, I can see it. Yeah, it's gonna be Deadly Winds. It's gonna be Deadly Winds plus one of the buffs. I feel like this one is gonna be Vapor gives her a Throw Crushing Blow. Doesn't she get a Throw Crushing Blow no matter which one is active? Like, it doesn't matter which one.
Collector.
Enter the Collector.
Cetrion. Shinnok's Bone Temple.
The stream has been live for pretty much 4 hours tonight, but it was live for about 7 hours earlier in the day. I've been streaming for quite a while. Okay, so Collector and Cetrion. Collector is in a weird spot where he actually has to have, with the moves as they are right now, he has to have a move that already exists in a different variation, because he has 8 single slot moves in his, you know, equipable move list. So he has to have something that conflicts, unless he has 2 moves, which I don't see happening. The 2 moves that aren't used in a variation are the Walk Weight Toss, which replaces the Bowler, the Relic Lure, which replaces the Absorb, and that's it. I've given him Vial of Sorrow because the Walk Weight has a Crushing Blow that requires the Vial of Sorrow to be used, which I think is kind of it's a cool synergy. But this, I actually believe firmly that this Walk Weight Toss, the move that replaces the Bowler, it's a 12% projectile. 12%, but it stuns off of everything. This is probably his best combo ability you can possibly ask for. This move, it means that his 1-3 stun, back 3 stun, 4-4 stun, forward 1-2 stun. If you get, let's do this. What was it? 4-2, 4-2, 4-2-2, isn't it? Right. And whatever you want. It gives him more damage than all of his Bowler moves. Everywhere that Bowler works, the Walk Weight works. It still restands. You know, it's not even like the Bowler restands and this doesn't. This is literally just a better version of the Bowler in every single possible way. You know, this is better than the Bola in every way imaginable. It does more damage. It can still work as a restand. It stuns off of more things than usual. It's terrifying. It's genuinely terrifying. And it also has a crushing blow that if they're in the Vial of Sorrow and you hit this, that launches. So if they're in the Vial of Sorrow and you hit this, also doesn't use a stun. So if you hit it once and then you get jump 2, I wouldn't even know what the optimal way of showing this is. So let's say you do Vial of Sorrow and then that. You have so much time it actually missed. Oh, also, it's your highest damage move, I think. So that's 115. Yeah, it actually is also your highest damage move. So you could do something like this. I did the wrong move. It's back forward 4. I want to show this because the damage potential is kind of ridiculous. But, and it gives them Oki. It's the ultimate move. It does everything. That was 50%. That was 50%. Like, this is the one-size-fits-all special move. The one-size-fits-all special. It does everything. And for that reason, I genuinely believe this move, when they add a third variation, and no doubt, you know, I'm very confident will get given to Collector, this needs to be made as 2-slot move. This needs to be made a 2-slot move. I'd happily have it be this and Vial of Sorrow, because then you get this and this, so you at least have the synergy. But if we're going with moves that haven't already been used, it's probably going to be War Quake. I hope they make it 2 slots, because this move can single-handedly make Collector like infinitely better than he is right now. Like with this move, he would actually be ridiculous. And Relic Lure is a launcher, I believe. Yes. So, you know, it does give you the option to have 2 launchers. So War Quake and Relic Lure could be a you know, combo variation potentially. But whether or not that's what it needs to be, I'm not sure. Because it's kind of hard to combo into Relic Lure, right? And again, having Relic Lure seems kind of redundant when you have this. You know, it's almost unnecessary. It's like if you were to have Snakebite and Biomagnetic Pull. I feel like this is almost the same problem, where if you've got War Quake, you don't really need Relic Lure. So what I want to see is War Quake toss be made 2 slots, and Vial of Sorrow be given to this. You know, I know it clashes, but I really think that would be a super good variation for Collector to have, you know, because he's going to have mental damage, right? Like truly insane damage. Because he can already do all this. It just gives him more damage. You know, more damage off of everything, you know, and Oki. I mean, how plus is it? Let's find out. Plus 21 hit advantage, you know, 2 crushing blow throws. That's not bad in the slightest. All on this one move, you know. You hit this, you turn it into that. Hit confirm. But you actually can't do that. Maybe you can't do this one particular. Okay, so you actually can't use that twice, so that's fine. It hits off of everything. It hits off of absolutely everything, and I think that would be insane. You know, it really would be. This move can single-handedly make Collector like so much more scary than he is currently. You know, really is. Relic Lure, I mean, again, it's kind of doesn't really need to exist in my opinion, as long as War Quake is there. You know, it's just not the same. Like, yes, you could use it here and then get forward 2-2 War Quake, but that's 2 bars 360, or 1 bar 350. You know, like walk weight just outshines everything else, and it's a move that he should have. I just don't think it should be 1 slot. I think it needs to be 2. Otherwise, it's just not going to be balanced. Now, Cetrion. Cetrion. So I can really see her having deadly winds, you know, which is this projectile. I've given her Conflux of Elements, which is a move they actually added. They added this move in the big balance patch. They actually put it in for the first time, which is kind of crazy. Deadly Winds. This is a really good 6% projectile. If you amplify it, it goes a lot faster. So it's a really good projectile, you know, which on top of her universal projectiles is really good. But I've given her Conflux of Elements, which it randomly summons one of her buffs. So one of her buffs at complete random, right? This could be the boulder, it can be the rain, it can be the fire, anything like that, right? It will cost the same amount. It will always cost you both defensive bars, and it will summon one of them at random. The fact that they added it in this patch, because this random one didn't exist, it makes me feel it makes me feel like this is the one they're gonna give, because I feel like why else would they have put it in the game if they don't intend it to be used in this kind of way? So I can definitely see them putting this one in. It'll have that kind of RNG effect. It's very expensive, but having a, I believe, is this the one? Or is it the forward throw? I think it's the forward throw. Yeah. So as long as she is, like, she has a toe in the buffs, this does give her a crushing blow on her front throw, which is really strong for her especially. So this one would kind of have the, I suppose, like the unpredictability factor, where you can have this really strong projectile, this mid projectile. You know, it would give you the option to, you know, I suppose just add one extra scary thing on a character that is already very scary from full screen. And then should you get close, you know, if you can get them cornered, which we know Cetrion, she's very good at playing that range game, even with the buttons. She gets a hit, gets knocked down, turns this on, and then, you know, runs the roulette. And the good thing about this move is that it doesn't matter which one it gives her, it's always going to be useful, because you're either going to get additional damage, or you're going to get the ability to Aquaman out of combos and block, or if they hit you, they're going to get hit by boulders. Like, it kind of doesn't matter which one she summons, it's going to be useful. And no matter which one she summons, you're always going to have the threat of your crushing blow forward throw, which is scary. You know, for her to have a crushing blow throw is super terrifying. I kind of, Cetrion to me has always been a character that I kind of feel like nothing's ever going to really outshine Spring Cleaning. You know, you look at the abilities she has, and I can still see Spring Cleaning just covering all the bases you could need. But this would be a nice way of kind of shaking things up, adding a little bit of unpredictability to in a way that the other ones don't really give. You know, I feel like the randomness of the Conflux of Elements, giving her something that she doesn't know, but everything is going to be useful, could be really cool for sure.